Drawing log over. The drawing log will list all the drawings for your project. They are used primarily for transmittal. Simply select the icon to run. Drawing log tab. From this area you can view all the drawings for the projects, whether they be detail sheets, erection sheets, or gather sheets. Items can be selected from this list, as well as information appearing at the bottom. We can filter this by the draftsman or the project manager. Further, it could be filtered by sequence, by the description of the member, transmittal, any addendum, or personalized search. Open PDF under Actions will open the current PDF for selected items. We can select the Show and Model, which will show the item in the 3D model. The Rename option will let you rename selected items, as well as renaming the PDF drawings at the same time. Remove will remove piece marks of selected items, freeing them up for use. Selecting Cancel will cancel the drawing while keeping the piece mark in. Selecting Add Fieldwork will add fieldwork within the drawing log for the selected items. The Add Shopwork and Add Other are similar to the Add Fieldwork button. The Reserve Piece Mark for Member in Model is covered in depth in another video. Within the info box, we see all information in regards to transmittals and addendums of selected items. Project Info tab. This tab represents the varying statuses of items based upon certain filters. Miscellaneous report, revision on sheet versus last revision sent. This compares the current revision on the sheet versus SDS2's revision and lists any differences. The status drawing log versus status in the model compares the two items, the status in the log versus the status in the model, and lists any differences. Please note that the filters in the center column affect those two buttons. The Transmittal tab, which in itself contains 3 tabs. The Create Edit tab allows the user to create or modify a transmittal. Within the Type column, we can select the type of transmittal we are currently doing. Within the Info column, we can enter the name of the current transmittal, who it's from, who it's going to. All this information can be set up by using the Setup tab. The Create or Edit button will create a transmittal based upon the information to the left, or edit one from the selected list. Remove will remove any transmittal selected to the list to the right. The second tab, Update, is for removing or adding drawings to a transmittal. To the left is a Filter column, which will aid in filtering out the list to the right. The center column lists drawings by type. The Selection list to the right is a list of items in which we'll be interacting with. To add or remove items from this list, we must select items and use the red or right arrow. The Add Remove buttons will add or remove an item from a selected transmittal. The 2 Auto Select Gather Sheet buttons are covered in a later video. The Finalize tab is where you actually create your transmittal. The Increment Rev button, once selected, will run SDS2 Increment Sheet Revision tool. The user can manually select the items, or using the Load Selection list, choose from varying lists that were created automatically by the transmitter. Show and Model will zoom to the items in the selected transmitter. Open Directory will open the folder where the current transmittals are stored. The 1x1 column contains buttons for each file type that can be created. The Excel button will create an Excel file of all included drawings in the current transmitter. The Compare Bill will compare the 3D bill of material versus the 2D bill of material and list any differences. The Alert option will list any members that are on hold or hold in the shop, current revision already being sent, if an unanswered RFI is attached to a member, whether the member is not model complete, a drawing that has yet to be finalized in drawing control, an unfinished revision on a member, a detail that is being sent for fabrication but has yet to be approved, among other items. Export PDF will create a PDF drawing of selected items. CNC will create CNC files based upon the CNC configuration selected in the Setup tab. KISS will create a KISS file based upon the setup from the main menu. FabSuite will create a FabSuite file. StruMist will create a StruMist file, but it will open up the StruMist window, but no selection window. It will select the items in the current transmittal. Shop and Field Bolt will create an Excel file. Create Finish List will create a list of all members in current transmittal as well as their finishes. Zip Job will be zipping the entire project. The package column is similar to the one by one, with one major difference, is that we can do all of the items in one step by checking the items and selecting the Go button. Comments or any options or comments I would like to add to my current transmittal. Once ready, the Finalize Transmittal button can be utilized. It's very important to use this option because it'll update the status of the members in the model as well as updating the current revision to the drawing log items. The Approval Return tab. It is here that we can set the approval status of a member and the model will update automatically. We can select which transmittal we wish to update, as well as resetting the date or perhaps using today's date. We can use the filters to the right. Now we can just select the items manually and then transfer them to the appropriate calling using the Move Here option. The Setup tab contains various items that need configuring, beginning with Open Piecemark Setup. This option will be covered in a later video. Edit Contact List. It is here that we can add internal and external contacts as well as removing them. Customize Transmittal Picture. Within the Transmittal Excel file, we can add our company logo. Submaterial Auto Select allows the user to auto-select submaterial. This will be covered in depth in a later video. Export PDF are the options when exporting a PDF document. Add sheet size to PDF. If the user so wishes, they can add in the sheet size to the name of the sheet. Example B1-B, B10-C. It is also possible to exclude B-size sheets. If split file by sheet size is used, a separate folder will be created for each size sheet. Add revision to PDF. If this is selected, the current revision will be added to the name of the PDF drawing. Revision syntax is the syntax that you wish to use for the name of the drawing. Miscellaneous option. Use revision on gather sheet. This option will add the current revision to the gather sheet, provided that the add revision to PDF previously mentioned is also checked. Insert members held in KISS. This option, if checked, will include any members that are being held that aren't in this current transmittal but are part of the sequence of this transmittal. The system will create a separate folder for these items. Within the column CNC, you can pre-select the CNC configurations to be used when you finalize the transmittal. The dummy sequence is used to hide certain sequences within the drawing log. The Utility tab. The Create and Update Files option are almost never used. It was originally created to aid in the debugging of the module. If for whatever reason your drawing exists in SDS2 but is not located in the list, you can select the Create and Update file for selected drawings. It will then update all options. You can also load the options for detail list, submaterial, and erection plan lists. The Create Sheet List from model selection will create a sheet list, a selection list from the selected items in the model. Create Submaterial List is covered in a later video.